Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending from where you are watching me from. My name is Mr. Osinachukwu Ihanychukwu Orji. I'm from Okukonkporo in Ohofia, LGA, Abia State, Nigeria. I want to make this brief social media publication for the entire citizens of this earth to bear me witness and to know what I'm passing through in the hand of our government. As a messenger of God, I don't have any apology to any human being than to do the will of God. I was in Switzerland from year 2002 to 2010 on a mission. I was there, I was obedient to the government, showing love to my fellow human being. But it happened that I have issues with the nation through their police from the beginning to the end before I was deported to this nation. But before they deport me, I made my way to United Nations to inform them by written and oral message, and also call their attention to come to my rescue, to find out from the Swiss government the crime I committed, that they want me to be destroyed. Well, everything happened to the glory of God. I passed a lot of things that I cannot mention here. But the government of Switzerland, from the first day in the hand of the police in Basel state, down to Aarau is the state, Aarau is the capital, to Swiss, down to Zurich, down to Geneva, and also the capital of Switzerland, Bern. I was there, like I said earlier, on a good mission for the interest of humanity as a messenger of God. But it happens that human beings take the negative aspect of life and choose evil more than good. I was there doing the good thing that the God of heaven and earth asked me to do, but they choose to fight the will of God. On bringing me down to Nigeria, I thank God for the strength and the wisdom and the opportunity to consult the government of the United Nations when I went down to Geneva, for them to know what I'm passing through and for them to call the Swiss government to know what I have done, that I deserve all their effort to destroy me and to end the will of God or the mission. In all, they play politics, and I was deported to Nigeria. On arrival, I beckoned to the authority not to make the mistake of allowing my leg to touch the soil of this nation, Nigeria, because it will be something that they will regret, because I was not there for any man-made mission, but the will of God is what I was there for. And I have nothing against any human being or against any nation, but they choose to fight against me. Later, the government did not pay ear to what I was telling them. It was the authority of this nation, the government of this nation, the police, and also the immigration and other agencies that draw me down from the aircraft. At the end of it, they succeeded in allowing the government that brought me down to Nigeria to left back to their destination. After I made effort to have a witness, at least to register what I made them to know in a nearby police station, they closed and refused for me to make an entry on how I was brought back illegally without the government of Nigeria standing for my right. God said I should allow everything that is for its own purpose. I came back home continue my life waiting for the God of heaven to do his will in my life. Then, year 2019, while doing my business, I still have another issue. This time around is between me and this nation, Nigeria, through their agency, the custom. Then, as a obedient citizen and one who stands for good, I follow the good way to follow them for the issue. Like you can see with me here, documents. On the process, in that very year, 2019, I was detained because of the business I'm doing, which is genuine. I was detained by the police in Eleme Divisional Police Headquarters in One, Rivers State. And after that, I was released and I paid a legal practitioner to remove the file because of the injustice due to my issue or my case in that very station, to transfer that file from Eleme to the Commissioner of Police in Rivers State. This is the document. I will not go in detail. After that, I left to Abuja, used a son, you can see the documents too, to petition and demand for good settlement or resolution of this issue. This is the second petition. Then after investigating the custom as a body, from the executive down to the least, instead of them to do justice, they choose to fight like Switzerland. Why I say they choose to fight like Switzerland, the Nigerian government choose to fight too. Even one of them, a DCG, I will not go in detail, made it known to me that here is not Switzerland, that I went and do this and that. I said, okay, so the will of God is coming to fulfillment. In all, they level allegation on me and detained me after almost 1 year in custom custody. Year 2020, I spent like 4 months in their custody. They could not take me to court, which they promised that they would take me to court. And I myself, I admitted for that court settlement. After 4 months, they came with excuse and transferred me from Abuja to Custom House in One Command. From there, they took me to State High Court, which I didn't enter the court. They went there and obtained a remanding order and took me to Correctional Center, Borokiri, in Rivers State. I will not go in detail. They have the documents as I have it. I was there from that 7th of April to 30th of May 2022. I met the first judge and also the second judge and finally do justice to the case by discharging me and acquitted me of all the account charges. I came out and I used a lawyer too to apply, as you can see at the back of these documents, to apply for the original document to be given to me, the original judgment. It took them years, almost 2 years, before I could get the original. But meanwhile, I cried aloud to the hearing of the United Nations by sending documents to them, telling them what I'm passing through again, because that one of Switzerland is also pending, what I'm still passing through in Nigeria, which they brought me down to. I have with me here documents proving how many times I've wrote a letter communicating through this means or medium to the United Nations through the Secretary General and also the Security Council until this last one of last month. My social media publication, which I am doing now, it's not for anybody to pity me or maybe to side me, because I'm already in the hand of the Most High and doing His will, because I'm only instrument. When I say instrument, I know we have spiritual men and wise men all over the world, but because of the nations, the United Nations is the highest organization that governs this earth as it stands today. And I know what the Lord told me about that United Nations and the mission He wants me to be used as the instrument accomplished. I am using this medium to make it open and also viral to every human being here on earth, living, not the dead, because of the opportunity given to us to be alive. You know, we human beings, we do err, because when we are in comfort zone or maybe in a place of authority, we don't remember that we are still a limited human beings. Both spiritual and physical, we are limited, no matter the height of any human being. I have passed a lot, and I want to use this opportunity to make every human being here on earth, irrespective of anything you can think of going on this planet Earth, I stand to make it open that since the United Nations choose not to do justice by ignoring my letters, or maybe they are doing their way, the way they used to do their own. I'm not a politician, I'm a spiritual man. They have other spiritual men all over the earth to consult, as I made them to know. And also documents I sent to them to investigate. From Switzerland, I have my hands as evidence. The fingerprint will speak my in and out in Switzerland. Down to Nigeria, I have documents I've given to them. I have also the one that I will still bring out when they honor my demand for a roundtable talk to settle this issue. And this issue, to the hearing of every human being, is for your own good and for my own good. But if you choose to fight the will of God as they have, well, you are not fighting against me, you are fighting the Most High. He is doing already His will, like I made them to know in this letter. They have it. God is already chastising the nations because of the interest of few nations and interest of few human beings because of their level or height. They are protecting Switzerland and Nigerian government for my own bereavement. I'm not crying for any help. Like somebody send me something, they say, we are so people, they tell us how can we help you? If I have help or any need, if I demand help, the person cannot, as a single being or as a single nation. The God Almighty have already given me the help I want by giving me the grace to be alive after passing all I have passed through. I'm not happy, but I will not sin. My social media publication from today, the 18th day, from today, the 18th day of November 2024, let every earth citizen, because I'm also an earth citizen, have it as I'm publishing it. Your own is to help and make it viral. Whether you are a leader of a nation, to the glory of God, whether you are a citizen, to the glory of God, but let it be that all earth citizens know this from me today, that the God who made this earth has a messenger, and His will is supreme and is final. Let the United Nations Authority, the leaders of this world, let them summon the two nations and start from today. Let them be careful on how they are playing their politics. because from today, things will change from the way it has been. Let every human being, whether you are maybe child, ordinary citizen, it's for your own good that this mission must be accomplished, because our Maker is the final, who has the final say. His decision or will is supreme and final. So let it be that if they want to fight, maybe God will give them the grace to fight. But if God, who has the final say, because he knows the end from the beginning, and he's the Alpha and Omega, I don't see, let it be known to every human in God. As we believe in God, I want everybody that believes in God to go back to God and find out what is really happening. But the little one I will unveil here is that the government have to do something, because after this chastisement we are seeing on the planet Earth, we are going to enter a new dimension, which is the wrath of God. Let them call the authority of Nigeria and the government of Switzerland on a round table talk. And it must be on the floor, as I made known to the United Nations leaders, that I would make them to know the will of God. They know where they brought me down, and they know where I'm coming from. The government and the people, I'm with them here in Nigeria. At least they can testify. I'm obedient citizen and will continue to be obedient citizen. So you, who is working as government agency, ask question before you take action, so that you will not have yourself or your family to be blamed. Because I have the love of God for every human being. But the will of God is supreme and it's final. Let the nation, United Nations, call these two nations, and let resolve by doing the will of God. From now to end of this year, let it be done, so that we will avert the anger of God or the wrath of God. I remain your faithful, obedient, fellow earth citizen, Osenachukwu Ihanyichukwu Orji. Good day.